so they fear, and they became. Let your amen thunder.
I know they catch cruise, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
I know they catch cruise, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
I know they catch cruise, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
I know they catch cruise, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
See me see estate, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
I'm not a landlord, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
Waiting my eyes don't see, my mouth no fit talk. Waiting my ears don't hear, go fit bust your brain. If no be by His grace, I for still they float. The tempest that I faced, for don't sink my ship. They take me to yeah, when I dem like AK. All my shoot them crooked, because I took the trek. I pray to Baba God, now He don't answer me. My life don't turn around, I'm cashing out big time. No be ego lotto, we fit buy you motor, we go use to flex. But before you know what's up, sack bad don't catch you, carry you, they go trenches. The blessings of the Lord make it rich and added no sorrow. Esibota owo, nkesi na chuku. I know they catch cruise, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
I know they catch cruise, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
I know they catch cruise, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
I know they catch cruise, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
See me still and cruise, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
I done the chop life, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
My business done they grow, with branches overseas. The music don't waka, even past Wakanda. Plenty money for account, so credit a lot. Soon the pepe go set to buy the private jet. I still remember when to chop na wahala. Iya go the hala, this must be spiritual. Shoo, some say make I go mountain, where they go bind and cast and go so for me. People of little faith, don't you need rating? Oge chukukama, they that wait on the Lord are the ones that will renew their strength. They shall fly like eagles, run and walk and won't faint. I know they catch cruise, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
I know they catch cruise, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
I know they catch cruise, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
I know they catch cruise, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
See me see estate, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
I'm not a landlord, oh.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
See me see IVM.
What God cannot do doesn't exist.
I done the chop life, oh.